This is fully customizable AI assistant. I've been using it for a few months now. I made a video about it before, but there are more awesome things you can do now, so let me show you how to use it. This video is sponsored by TextCortex. Okay, so this is a personalized AI assistant. It's not just for writing, but also for reading, researching, note-taking, brainstorming, or just a casual chat. You can use it as a web app, a browser extension, or a desktop app. I like the desktop app because I can use it anywhere on my computer, but since I'm on my browser all the time, I use the browser extension more. Anyway, it comes with many features like Zeno Chat, Zeno Assist, Toolbar, templates, personas, and knowledge bases. Just like ChatGPT, TextCortex lets you talk to AI, but what makes it different is how customizable it is. You can tweak how it responds to your queries, like which model and language to use, which persona and knowledge base for it to use. I'll get into that in a bit, and also which source of information to use. So if you wanted to find the latest information on a topic, you can let it use the internet. I often use Reddit because there's lots of useful information there. So by setting the source to it, it can find relevant information from there, which saves me a lot of time. If I need to see the original source, I can just click the reference to see it. The same goes for YouTube. There's so much useful information there, so this is a big time saver because you don't have to switch between different platforms or remember those Google search tricks. Also, if you're a student or academic, you can choose Scholar as the data source so you can find things from academic journals and papers. This will not be enough for proper researching, but at least it will give you an idea of what's out there. To make things even easier, it also has a marketplace for templates you can use right away. There are ones for almost everything from marketing, sales, content creation to education. Say you want to write SEO optimized articles for your website. There's a good template for that, so you can install it and just follow the instructions, and you will have a nice looking article in a few minutes. If you like, you can create your own templates. For example, I often use this prompt to break down a topic I want to learn into smaller chunks and turn them into a study plan. So instead of typing this in each time, I can create a template and reuse it whenever I want. Now, all I have to do is to select the template and enter the subject I want to study. But this is pretty standard and many AI apps can do it already. What TextCortex does differently is that you can personalize your AI, and that's where the personas and knowledge bases come in. So essentially, personas are the different roles that the AI can play depending on your needs. If you code a lot, you can get some help from Linus the programmer, or if you write a lot of blog posts, you can choose Hemingway. If you need someone to vent to, you can pick Teresa the therapist, and there are many more for different purposes. This way you can get the best results for what you want to do. But if you want to create a new AI persona you can talk to, you can do that easily. You can even choose the tones such as persuasive, eloquent, technical, and so on, as well as reading ease and the sentence length. So what this means is that you can even create a persona that sounds like you. You just need to provide some examples of your writing style and describe how you communicate. But this is kind of a trial and error process. You want to give it a try a few times and tweak the persona setting until you're happy with the results. And once you're done, you can pick your persona whenever you want to generate some text that fits your style. So remember we talked about using a template to create SEO optimized articles? Well, by combining the template with your own persona, you might be able to generate articles that don't look like they were written by AI. Now, to personalize your AI even further, you can use the knowledge bases. I actually made a whole video about it before, so I won't go into a lot of details, but it's a very useful feature that allows you to create custom information sources for your AI. You know, most AI apps give you only pre-made information sources like Wikipedia, Reddit, and YouTube, but TextCortex goes one step further by letting you train it with any data you want. It can be a specific website, PDF files, or Markdown files. So if you give it your notes from your note-taking app, for example, it can learn what you know and become your study buddy or research partner, or even write an article based on your notes. This is great because it's not going to generate super generic writing like most AI writing apps do, because it's based on your knowledge. Anyway, there are so many useful ways to use this knowledge-based feature, so make sure to watch my last video about it. Okay, so by changing the combination of these parameters, you can get the best results for what you want to do, which was previously difficult to do because you had to know good prompts, and also it wasn't possible to personalize your AI like this. But TextCortex simplified this process so anybody can get the most out of it. Now, to give you an idea of how useful this can be, let's say I'm writing a new YouTube script about TextCortex. What I can do is first choose my own persona to set my tone of voice. Second, pick the knowledge base that has my notes about TextCortex and their website. And finally, I can use a template that lets me enter the topic of the video and generate a full script. The result is pretty good and it's very close to what I have written myself. So I just need to edit it a little bit to make it ready. I don't think you guys would use it for writing YouTube video scripts, but there are so many ways to use this, from writing company documents, doing research, to building a landing page. It will probably take some time to get used to it, so you might want to tinker with it a little bit. By the way, this sidebar is not everything. On any website, you can highlight any text to use the assistant. This can be useful when you want to rewrite something, check grammar or spelling errors, summarize, and many more. Alright, that's all for today. Make sure to give it a try and let me know what you think about it. If you're curious, you can check out the previous video I made about TextCortex. And thank you so much for watching till the end, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.